Hey guys, welcome. This year we're going to do some tests with Menards brand fertilizers and herbicides. So we're going to start with this premium crabgrass preventer with lawn food. It's early March and I already put it down. The weather's about 50. It's supposed to rain tonight, so that'll get it mixed in with the dirt real good. And we're going to see what happens over time. So we're going to try the Menards this year. This stuff was $9.99 a bag plus a $3 rebate, which brings it down to $6.99. I was going to buy the Scotch, but the Scotch was 22 bucks. So this should save us some money, and we'll see. This yard was really bad with crabgrass last year. I tried everything to kill it and really couldn't get rid of it. So the grass looked good, but there was a lot of crabgrass in it. So we're going to try with this, and then we're going to move on to the the fertilizer with the dandelion killer, and we're going to see what happens over time. So stay tuned and watch what happens over throughout the year. So it's early March. It's real early. No one else has put it down, but I want to get a head start on it. So we'll see what happens. So stay tuned. The grass is just barely thawed out, but there's a lot. All this brown stuff is where the crabgrass was. There was a ton of it last year, and it was hard to control. I couldn't control it with anything. I tried a whole bunch of different things. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna go out and spread it out in the yard, and we'll see. But yeah, it's early March 18th, 19th actually, and I'll take some video over the summer, and we'll see what happens. So see you in a couple months.
I adjusted the settings on the spreader to what's recommended on the bag, so I just follow directions.
Okay, here we are 2 months later. It's mid-May, and we're going to try the summertime. Step 2, weed and feed. Here's my mixer. Once again, the Menards stuff, and we're going to see what happens. So let's go spread it. Let's take a little tour first. See what happened. Here's a little footage of the front yard. Looks pretty good, no weeds, and just to show you that this is not a weed-free area. Look at over there. So the weed and feed did a real good job. It wasn't the weed and feed, it was the springtime stuff. It's just the crabgrass preventer, but no weeds. So far so good. Okay, it's been raining for 2 days. Everything's growing good. Grass is really wet this morning, and it's not supposed to rain for the next 2 days. So ideal conditions, so they say. So let's spread it and see what happens.
Once again, just the recommended settings on the bag for the spreader. I try to drop some along the trouble spots along the edges, especially along the driveway. It seems to, I think the winds blow the seeds of the crabgrass and stuff. Crabgrass is an annual, so I think the wind blows the seeds in those places.
Okay, hi everyone, we're back to look at the lawn. This is the long-term test report on the Menards fertilizers for the year. So the yard is really brown, and that's because it's late July 28th, and we haven't had much rain in about a month. So, but the lawn grew like crazy all year. It grew really well, and you can see that there's not a whole lot of weeds in it. There's some funky grass spots, you know, the dark green, but there is some weeds. Now I had some crabgrass along here, and I did sprinkle the preventer along the cracks here. So I'm not sure exactly why we got some, but you know, nothing's perfect. And see, you can see some crabgrass growing here, and there's a little bit, but all in all, for this yard, it's actually pretty good. You can look along here and see some crabgrass down there. There's some dead stuff down there. I've been trying to kill it and spray it. There's a little bit along here, but I did, you know, work on it, trying to keep it from growing. I did sprinkle that fertilizer through here. But the yard looks pretty good for, you know, for what it is. So all in all, so far so good. The Menards stuff is pretty good. We can look over here and see what my yard used to look like, and kind of used to look like the neighbors. And I'm not picking on them, but you know, this is an example of what my yard was, and you can see how it's a little bit weedy. So, but actually this year, I think the Menards, for the cost, is a good deal. And you know, there's some other stuff out there, the high-end name brand stuff. Well, here's some weeds right here. I think that's Creeping Charlie. That stuff's really hard to kill. But for you know, for the price you pay compared to the name brand, I think it's a pretty good deal. And I did get all my rebates. The checks came, so that was good. They kept their end of the bargain. And we'll come back here in another couple months and have another look. So I'll be back. Here we are. It's end of October, and the yard is greened up again. And it don't look too bad. There's some brown spots over here, but I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe some funky grass, but it looks good again. I put some more weed and feed on it a couple weeks ago, and you know, all in all, looks pretty good. The leaves are falling, trees are changing color finally. So let's go look at the backyard. Here we are in the backyard, looking at results from the long-term test. This is over the course of the year 2011. It's the end of October, and the yard turned out pretty good. Minimal weeds, leaves are falling, yard's nice and green. It has been raining, and not too many weeds. This yard was really bad, not too much last year, but in years past. So all in all, I think the brand we used this year did a good job, very acceptable. And you know, nothing's perfect. There's weeds here and there, and there's some you know, some spots that aren't perfect. But I would say, you know, for me, I have to go with the affordable stuff. So thanks for watching my long-term test, and this is October 2011. So stay tuned, and I'm going to do some more testing. Thanks for watching. Bye.